Local police departments are finding fewer people who want to become police officers.
And a lot of those officers are reaching retirement age. Filling those ranks is becoming quite a challenge, too. WSBT 22's Suzanne Spencer shows us the departments are getting creative.
Getting creative with video is something that we do all the time at a TV station. But a police department is trying its hand at producing, at writing, at editing to create a video to recruit officers.
People know, police do police work and they see the things on the street, but there's so much that goes on that is unseen or can be forgotten.
Sergeant Taryn Lanzin's boss asked her to make a video showcasing the department.
I wanted to start introducing the cars. I wanted to introduce how we start setting up everything, the equipment that we have to turn on, the checks that we go through right before shift just to get ready for our job.
Lanzin's day job isn't maneuvering GoPros and drones.
So everybody kind of piped up and looked at me and they were like, you know how to do stuff like that.
She's a training sergeant and apparently now an in-house video guru.
It was hard to get what was going on up here out so that we could get it to here.
It's these things that we really have to do to compete in today's police market.
Creating a 2-minute and 45-second video was a tool that Chief Edwin Bigler knew would put his department ahead as their numbers fell behind.
How do we come up with these people? How do we find 13 people plus the 5 who retired this year? So how do we find 19 people in 1 year?
We took a GoPro. We started back in November and just started shooting. Every time we would get an idea, I would get with the officers and I would, hey, can I just shoot you real quick doing this? So when we first started playing it and I actually saw it starting to come together, like I got the chills and you could just see our eyes all lighting up.
Balancing her day job with arranging GoPros, getting officers to come in on their day off, and of course, keeping the pups happy.
This is all published in-house. We didn't hire a firm to come in and do this. This was all people just being very creative.
Your corner.
What they did purchase was a recruitment station.
If we're going to recruit at colleges and at different places, we don't want to just go there and set up a fold-up table with a black cloth on it.
And if you're interested in joining the ranks, they give you this.
If you plug this in, it has our application on it, and it has the recruiting video on it, and like what our benefit package is.
And it's working.
This year alone, I think we've hired 15, 16 people. We're almost completely up to full staff. I think we're 3 away from that.
Neither Elkhart nor South Bend have a marketing budget, but South Bend is using a new website as marketing to try and fill 17 open slots. They recognize the position doesn't recruit itself like it used to.
What you find now is it's almost the opposite. We have to sell our department because we are competing against other departments regionally and then nationwide.
Smaller departments like Dowagiac and Michigan also don't have a marketing budget. But unlike the others, they don't have any openings. But Chief Steve Grinwald is fearful of what'll happen when 26% of his department is eligible to retire in the next 4 years.
I shudder to think of what would happen if I can't find the people to maintain that level of service, because it's needed.
Because you can't serve the people if you don't have the people who make up the department.
We are filling our holes. Can't do it overnight, but we're getting there.
A big part of attracting officers has to do with money. Elkhart offers some of the highest pay we found at $49,500. Warsaw follows at $46,000, followed by South Bend at $45,000. The same with Kosciuszko County. St. Joe County follows not far behind at $44,000. Three Rivers at $43,000. Walkerton at $40,000, and Dowagiac was at about $39,000. Out of all the departments that we reached out to, those were the ones that have responded. We've got much more information on our WSBT 22 News app about how they're filling those ranks and all the sorts of creative ways that we told you about. In the studio, Suzanne Spencer, WSBT 22 News.